Hey, welcome back to Tom's Journey. This week I celebrated 4 years of sobriety, and I went and got my coin the other night. It says four on there. I don't know if you can see it, but this means a lot to me. Um, it's hard to stay sober, especially in what's going on in today's world. Any little thing used to set me off, but not anymore. And one of the topics we talked about at the meeting I went to on Wednesday night for my AA meeting was fear. And fear is a big thing for me. Um, if I go back out there, I know I have the fear of losing everything. I just rebuilt everything that I've lost before. In the last 4 years, I've rebuilt pretty much everything I could. I'm not back to where I was 15, 20 years ago, but it's a slow progress. Um, I'm better off today now than I was 4 years ago. And the fear of losing that's what keeps me from going back out. I know I can't go back out. I refuse to go back out. And by me talking about my issues, keeps me from going back out because hopefully I can help somebody else uh, make better choices in their life. Um, I started doing AA over 20 years ago. I got a DUI back in 2002, and it was mandated by the courts that I go to AA meetings. And I wish it would have stuck back then, but it didn't. But I didn't go in there with an open mind. And a few years ago, probably 6, 7 years ago, a friend brought me back into AA, took me to a few meetings, and I just wasn't ready then. And to get sober or clean, depending on what your vice is, you can't do it unless you really want to do it for yourself. It doesn't matter who forces you to do it or people telling you got to do it. You got to want to do it for yourself. And when you do it for yourself, it's going to last and it's going to mean more. And then the people that wanted you to get sober will come around and be proud of you because you did it on your own. You did it for you. But at the same time, you're doing it for other people. But the most important thing is that you keep up here because I try to stay out of my head as much as possible. But you did it for yourself. And once you see what sobriety brings you, you won't have the fear of going back out. And I know people have gone back out, but the great thing about AA is they welcome you back with open arms. But my fear is losing everything again, and I don't want to do that. So I stay out of my head. I stay involved with some of my AA friends. I belong to the DAV. I'm an executive officer there. I try to do activities with them. I belong to the High Desert Marines up here. I try to do that as much as possible. I belong to this thing called Warrior Built. And on Tuesday nights, we do Zoom meetings, kind of like an AA meeting, but we can get on there and talk about our vices and our ups and downs of the week. You don't have to do it every week, but when you want to get to talk to a fellow combat veteran, it's a good thing to do. And by me doing all these things, keeps me out of my head and keeps my fears down. You don't want to live life in fear. You want to be able to have the tools and the knowledge to get through these different roadblocks that come through life. And by having all these tools in your tool bag, you'll be able to get over these obstacles. I have for the last 4 years. And this is the longest I've ever been sober, other than going to boot camp um, and going to a combat zone. There's no alcohol in combat zones. At least I couldn't find any. Because if there was, I would have had it. But 4 years is a long time. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, like I end all these things, was keep everybody out there that's still suffering in our prayers, and hopefully they seek the help that they need. And if you need some help with an issue, either alcohol, drugs, or combat related issues such as PTSD and anxiety and depression, reach out to me. Those are some of the things I suffer from. And I'll guide you the right way that I can, and I'll point you in the direction that I went. And hopefully, you can find some solace in that. So, thank you. And I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.